Hi guys, and welcome or welcome back to the channel, depending on if you're new here or not. Hi. So today's video I'm going to show you how I colour leaves. I'm going to go with a classic. We'll go with a Johanna Basford one, plenty of leaves in here. I have her Johanna's Christmas at the moment because there is a page that I'm actually working on. I'm just going to lock that in. I'm going to zoom you in. And there's some quite realistic leaves on this one that I thought would be perfect for this tutorial. So I'm gonna, let's find one where there's some big enough leaves. We're gonna use this one down here. Yes, we are here, this one. I've got some greens. I'm just going to sharpen my pale one. It doesn't, I'm not going to tell you the colours or the pencils I'm using. We're just going to, because it doesn't matter. Let's be honest. You could use 3 purples, 3 pinks, a green, pink and yellow. It doesn't matter. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I've got a dark green, a medium green and a very pale green. So you want, if you're using greens, just a dark, medium, light, nice and simple. At some point I will add a fantasy leaf combo to this video playlist. So this is normal leaves today. And the way I always colour leaves, I'm going to take this one as a perfect example. I always add a centre piece to them because to me leaves are always folded in the middle. So you're always going to, if it's not already there, you're going to add your vein line into the middle in your darkest colour. And from there, you're deciding which way your light is coming from. So if our light, we've decided, is coming from this way, so our light source is coming this way in, it means if you want your leaf to look 3D and leaves were folded out from the middle, light would hit here where it folds back down and in, and you could say that light would hit just kind of here, with this being dark where the leaf curls back on itself and is therefore in shadow. So we've decided where our light source is coming from, so that tells us the side that our shadow is. So this side is curling in away from the light, and this is where our darkness is going to be. So we're going to build up that line a little bit with some layers, and then as always we're going to feather that out and away into nothing, so it will take the other colours without any harsh lines. We're then going to, because our light source is this way, that means all of our shadow is going to be in underneath that flower on this side. So we can add that in. I do tend to then like to just fade that shadow. I just give it a little bit of a misty edge. Optional. You guys know the rules. The harsher and smaller and darker the shadow, the closer the object looks to the one behind it. So that is that. We then can decide that like these little folds are gonna fold downwards and away from the light and give a little bit of darkness in here as well, so that the highlight of my leaf is actually the middle of this half. As always, fade that off. I'm going to pop a tiny little bit, very lightly, across the half. Again, no harsh edge. and then obviously my leaf is going to roll back on itself on this side away from the light, so this is where my darkness will be, on this side of the leaf. So my leaf is curving back on its edges. And as always, we'll just fade that in and away. Sorry if you can hear me breathing, guys, I'm getting a cold. Trying to stay away from my camera mic so that you don't just get to listen to me breathe in and out. Sorry for any creepy noises that may ensue. Okay, so we've got our darkness picked out. We're then going to take our medium green and we're going to work that inwards from the darker area. And again, just fade that out and off into nothing. And then we take our palest green, we pop that into our highlighted area. You can go over the rest as well, just to fill in that white space and blend those colours in. And then we just have a couple more steps that I like to do. So we're then going to take our darkest green again, and as always we're going to work back in our depth right along those edges. And in here. And the final thing, I'm going to go over these vein lines, split them out a little bit, deepen them up, and I like to add them into the other side as well. Sorry guys, lost you there. And yeah, obviously you can take your time with it. You can then start to build that up a little bit. You can add some layers of your dark green in and really start to feather that into the other colours. Add any depth where you think it needs it. But that is the basis of your kind of 3D looking leaf. Once you've worked out your light source, you can then decide, you know, I always bend the leaf in the middle and down on the outsides, just because that's if I'm going for realism. I mean, obviously if I'm just playing, I'll do something quite simple to make them look different, but you know, when I want it to look like a leaf, let me zoom that back in, there we go. I just think that gives it a more realistic look while still being, you know, that was a very simple look to achieve. Anyone can, you know, follow that and it will look the same. And it's just about kind of, you know, playing with that and building it up and filling it all in and adding a couple of layers, and we have a leaf. So I'm going to come back out so you can see the way that would just, you know, look without, you know, being right up its nose, because that's not really how we look at things, is it? We've already learnt this lesson. If you're going to be critical of your work, take a little step back, take your nose off your page. It doesn't look like that usually, and you'll see that it just starts to really have its shape. I do tend to work in oil a lot, so you get that really nice glossy finish, not that kind of bloomy look that you can get with wax. My page is coming along. This is a Let's Colour video that will be up very soon, and if you're watching this in the future, it will already be up. So if it's up already, once it's up, I'll link it below, but for the moment, I thought I will show you the leaf first, because then obviously for the Let's Colour you'll have that basis to work from. I hope this was useful, guys. As always, if you enjoy the content, please give the video a thumbs up so I know what kind of thing to continue on with, and if you enjoy the channel, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and bye.